Hi guys, Prepared for Gaming here today. I'm doing some more Star Wars Destiny. I'm going over a deck which I built. I play tested this deck quite a bit. I like it a lot. I think it's pretty strong. I'm a little bit undecided on some parts of the deck, like the Nuke Gunray, Elite Nuke Gunray, Nuke Gunray in general. I'm unsure about. I don't know if I should have him. So what I have Elite Watto. So he makes my money. I always have him. It's like if I'm putting in this deck, it's like a vehicle deck, elite him. He's good for an elite vehicle deck. I have an elite Nuke Gunray. So he is like, I know he's gonna be targeted first, which means if most people would target him first, which means Watto gets to survive an extra like 1-2 rounds. Because normally people would target Watto first because if I was not using Bitter Rivalry, I would be using Armored Reinforcements instead. So I'd have to go Elite Watto, single die First Order Stormtrooper, and then Dark Advisor. Dark Advisor, let's see, it's the cheapest blue villain character I have. So it's just like he's there. He also has that resource and that special. That special, draw 3 cards and place a card from your hand on the bottom of the top or bottom of your deck. That's pretty strong. Because let's see, they got Mill. Okay, say you're going against the Mill deck, okay? You're going to discard cards from your hand. You're going to resolve, they have a discard, like, discard 2. You have, like, 3 cards in hand. In one of those cards, your Vader's Fist. You would play the special, you draw 3 cards, and then you put your Vader's Fist on the top of your deck. I didn't know you could put it on top. I thought you had to put it on the bottom. But yeah, he's got a focus side, which is good. And then the indirect, not too good. So he got a 1 indirect, a 2 indirect, 1 focused, 1 resource, a special, and a blank. He gets a character advisor, 8 points, 8 health. Gunray has a 1 indirect, 1 focus, 2 disrupt, 1 resource, and +1 resource. And his ability is each opponent gains 1 fewer resource during the upkeep phase to a minimum of 1, unless that opponent discards the top 2 cards of their deck. So he's a character leader, 8 points for single die, 11 points for elite. He has 8 health. He's pretty strong. He's one of my favorites. I put him in the deck. Good at this type of stuff. Watto, his die sides are 2 disrupt, 1 discard, 1 resource, 2 resource for 1 resource, plus 2 resources and a blank. This character's character dice cannot be removed by opponent's events. His power action is spend 1 resource and choose a symbol to reroll a die. If it rolls the chosen symbol, gain 2 resources. So it's pretty good with his die since he's 50% resource. So if you call a resource and you land on a resource, you can really just increase it to 2 resources, 3 resources for 1, and then 1 resource, and you get an extra +2 if you resolve a die with the resource. And he is a character scoundrel scavenger. He has 9 points for non-elite, 12 points for elite. He has 9 health. Pretty good. And I'm using Bitter Rivalry, so that way I keep down to 30. Keep down my character points to 30, and it's like after setup, choose an opponent. That opponent deals 2 unblockable damage to one of your characters, and draw a card. So it's annoying. It lowers my health pool by 1 if compared to the Dark Advisor First Order Stormtrooper with Elite Watto. But if I use this, I get an extra die, and that die has 2 resource sides on it, and only has 1 blank instead of 2 blanks, like First Order. Alright. I'm running Landing Dock because if I do choose my battlefield, I'll at least have the battlefield a little bit, since after any player plays a vehicle, that player may take control of this battlefield, and power action is reroll a die. Power action is not too powerful, but it still has got a couple uses. It's more the thing where it's like, okay, they may claim, and then I can play like a TIE Fighter, and then I get to go first next round, and I may have the power action as well. Okay. I'm running 1 arc 170 Starfighter as a 2 gun, 3 indirect, 1 shield, 1 resource, and a blank. It's a 3 cost vehicle. and before this support is discarded from play, he may return it to its owner's hand. So like I keep it because it's pretty much just a Fangfighter, except it doesn't have ambush and it's got a little bit more damage on it. So I would say it's pretty much even to a Fangfighter. I personally like it. Like if I have this or a Fangfighter, I'll normally play a Fangfighter, and then if I have enough resources, I may play an Arc. Because it doesn't have ambush after playing. I have a Count Dooku Solar Sailor, 2 focus, 1 shield, 2 resources. It says, after you activate the support, you may draw a card, and it's a 3 cost. So, I'm thinking I might switch this card out, because ever since I took out Armored Reinforcements, I don't use this very often. It's too expensive, and I don't even want it in my deck. I have my Fangfighter. 2 gun, a 3 gun, 1 discard, 1 shield, 1 resource, and a blank. It's ambush. It's 3 cost. It's just solid, just good. It just deals damage. That's all it really does. Let's see. I'm running 2 Fangfighters in the deck. Oops. Then I'm running a Hailfire Droid Tank. It's support droid vehicle. It's 4 cost. It has the size of a 2 range, 3 range for 1 resource, 2 indirect, 3 indirect, 2 disrupt, and a shield. And it says after you play a vehicle, including the support, you may deal 1 indirect damage to an opponent. And after you play a droid, including the support, you may activate it. So it has no blanks. It activates after you play it. And you get to deal an indirect for each vehicle you play afterwards. So I almost every time I've done a practice game, probably like 50 to 70%, 75% of the time I play this vehicle. Sometimes it does more than others. It's more useful than others, but it's just a good die size in general, except like the 1 shield. That 1 shield's not very good. I'd rather have be a 2 shield for 1 resource. That's what I would prefer. I'd rather pay that 1 resource, put like 2 shields on Watto, put 2 shields on Dark Advisor. Nuke Gunner is generally dead by the time you get this out, because Nuke Gunner dies in like round 1. I'm running a Planetary Bombardment. It has a size of 4 indirect, a 5 indirect, 6 indirect for 1 resource, 7 indirect for 1 resource, 4 disrupt, and a blank. It's ambush, and it says, after you play the support, you may deal indirect damage to an opponent equal to the number of vehicles you spot. And it's a 6 cost. So, this card it's a good finisher. I wouldn't say it's a good first round card. If you get this card out first round, which is can't get this card out like first, second round, then you're not really getting the effect. It's other effect of the indirect. After you play the support, you may deal indirect damage to an opponent equal to the number of vehicles you spot. You're not getting that out of it, and it's so easy to remove because you can use by any means. Just reroll it, turn to a blank. There's so many ways you can get rid of it. I'm running 2 TIE Fighters. I only own 2 TIE Fighters. It's a 2 cost, and its die size are 1 range, plus 2 range, 2 indirect, 1 disrupt, 1 resource, and a blank. As ambush, you may include up to 4 copies of the support in your deck. After you play the support, search your deck for a copy of it. Reveal it and add it to your hand. Shuffle your deck. So, it's just like, okay, it works really well with the whole Hailfire Droid Tank, because I get to essentially get to play one, add another one of these cards from hand if I have enough resources, which this deck makes plenty of them. I should be able to maybe play even 2 TIE Fighters out round, whatever round I get it out. So it's just like, if I can draw 1, essentially 2 vehicles. That's what, they're good consistency, because if I draw 1, I get my other one in hand. It's like the TIE Fighters aren't worthless, and it's got that resource, so it helps me get out my next card. Vader's Fist is a die size of 3 ranged, 3 ranged for 1 resource, 3 indirect, 4 indirect for 1 resource, 3 disrupt, 2 shields. After you play the support, you may roll this die into your pool. Power action. Roll this die into your pool. Spot Darth Vader to turn this die to any side. It is a 5 cost. This is like, if you get this out round 1, this deck could definitely get this card out round 1. But more realistically, you're probably going to get it out like round 2 or 3 if you draw it in time. If you can get this card out early enough, it's like, if you still have Watto alive by the time you get this card out, you will probably win. Because You have to mitigate the die 3 times. That's the big thing. 3 times. So, if you just need to get rid of it, if you opponent has like 3 mitigation, they're not gonna have 3 resources to pay for all that mitigation. That's the big part about it. It's like chances are, unless they're running like a resource high, mitigation high deck, you're not gonna be able to do. They're not gonna be able to do anything about it. They're at least gonna get hit by 1 of those dice, if not 2. An excess stock light freighter. It's a 1 range, 2 indirect, a special, a special, a special, a blank. It has ambush, and its special says, place 2 resources on the support, or take all resources from it. You may take 1 additional action. Okay, so I haven't gotten it out too many times playtesting this deck, because I'm planning on bringing it to my locals. So I have not been able to play against anyone else but myself. And I've been playtesting it. It's a relatively solid deck, which I may go over later. This deck just helps me get resources for Vader Fist, Fang Fighters, and Planetary Bombardments. That's what this whole, pretty much what it's for. I have 2 Bamboozles. Bamboozle, it's 0 cost. Reroll an opponent's die. If it just rolled a blank, take 1 resource from them. So, the big thing about this. Bamboozle is just simply good for making resources and mitigation. So, okay, I reroll an opponent's die. Cool, it's good in general. 0 cost, great. If it rolls a blank, I gain a resource if they have any. So it's like, okay. It's not disrupt, it's take. So that means if I start out with 2 resources, I play Bamboozle on one of their dice because it rolled something like a 2 melee, 3 melee. Then I can play Bamboozle on it, re-roll it, and if they have any money, I may be able to get a resource if they get that blank. And then if I do get that resource, I'm probably like a Fang Fighter, Arc, Count Dooku Solar Sailor. I'm running 2 of this. I'm running 2 Battle Fatigues. It's 1 resource. Play only if each opponent's characters has 1 or more damage on them. Remove one of that opponent's dice. So I have a lot of indirect in this deck, so the chances are they're going to not deal all just into 1 character. If they do, it's good anyway. This card I can just discard to reroll with. That's just like, okay, chances are they're just going to be running. They're probably just going to hit 1, like, even if I resolve 2 indirect, they're just going to hit 1 to each one of their characters. Because most people run 2 character decks. There's a couple 3s, but not mostly 2s unless it's a vehicle deck. Alright, run deployment. It's 1 resource. Activate any number of your supports and non-unique characters. I'm running 2 of this card. So, it's good. It just helps me go faster. Like, say if I got like 5 vehicles out, I can play this. Activate all of those vehicles. Plus, if I have my Dark Advisor still alive, I can activate him with it. So it's like, I'm essentially getting, out of that, I'd be getting 6 activations. I would play this card even if I only had 3 supports out in Dark Advisor. I'll play this card even if I don't have Dark Advisor alive, because it just helps it go fast. I'm running 2 flanks. Play only, it's 1 resource, play only if you have more ready characters than an opponent. Remove one of that opponent's dice. Okay, I've been reprinted a bazillion times. And I'm running it because I'm running 3 characters. I'm relatively slow. My Dark Advisor normally activates near the end. So chances are I will always have more ready characters than they will. Unless we're both even characters, like 2 characters left. Because even then, I'm still slow. This deck doesn't activate characters very quickly. Unless it's first round. I activate relatively quickly on first round. I'll just activate new gun rate, activate Watto, and then if I get any resources on them, resolve all those resources, and if I can, play vehicle out. That's generally how first few actions in round 1 goes. Okay, then I'm running one hidden motive. It's 0 cost. Choose a symbol, then reroll an opponent's die. If that die just rolled the chosen symbol, remove it. It's just good mitigation. That's all it is. That's all it is for. That's all it's there for. 0 cost. I don't have to spend any of my resources so that way I have more resources spent on my vehicles. I'm running 2 let the hate flow. 2 let the hate flow. Play only if you have 1 or more dice showing a blank. Turn a die to a side showing a blank. Good guard, because when you have 5 dice, you're bound to get 1 blank. And if you're running more vehicles with more dice, you're bound to get at least 1 blank. If you're not rolling blanks, you've got something that may be good. So it's just like, okay, it makes use of your bad stuff. I'm running 2 logistics. 2 logistics. It's 0 cost. Spot a red character to resolve a die with the resource symbol, increasing its value by 1. It's good because I can essentially resolve any of my dice showing resource sides, unless it's a plus resource, increasing it by 1. So it's just good. It's good if I get it first round, because generally past first round, new gun rate dies in the first few actions of round 2. So it's a good first round card. Other than that, it just makes me money. Helps make money for Vigor's Fist, the Fang Fighter. That's all it's good for, just making those resources. I'm running 1 Nature's Charm, reroll up to 2 dice. Yours and / or an opponent's. It's just good mitigation, 0 cost. Allows me to have more resources to spend on my vehicles. It's pretty much the same thing as like hidden motive. I also get to reroll my dice. So you have like they only have 1 bad die, and I got a bad die. I reroll both of our dice, and maybe I'll roll something good. Well, if they have a good die. Alright, and then I have 1 no good to be dead. 0 cost, heal up to 2 damage from your opponent's character. Gain resources equal to the amount of damage you just healed. And it's just solid. It's like, if I have 3 resources after upkeep phase, and a Vader's Fist in hand, and I've probably dealt some damage to them by then. I have 3 resources in upkeep, unless I get this card like round 2. It's almost always good. Except round 1, round 2. That's the only time this card is not good to have. Other than that, this card is pretty good to have in your hand. Because I essentially get to get 2 resources for 0. Even though I do heal their character, I mean, chances are I'm going to deal more damage with whatever I get out after playing this. I'm running 1 overqualified. Choose 1 of your dice, then remove a die showing a value less than the chosen die. Alright, my Planetary Bombardment has a value of 7 on it. My Vader's Fist values of 3s and 4s. The lowest value on my Vader's Fist is a 2. And most of the sides are 3s. I have 4 3 sides on my Vader's Fist. So if I play this when I've bought Planetary Bombardment, Vader's Fist, even my Arc, chances are I'll be able to remove a pretty solid die. Well, no, just pretty much if I have Vader's Fist or Planetary Bombardment. Sometimes my Hellfire Droid tank, I think that's 4 side. No, it's a 3 side. So it's really just, if I have Vader's Fist, Planetary Bombardment, the overqualified can be switched out for a piece of different mitigation. Isolation actually would be a pretty solid card to change, to swap it out for. Because Isolation, Spot Bleed character. Most people would not be going for Dark Advisor first, so I would recommend. Actually, I think overqualified. It's probably worse than Isolation, so I would definitely switch out overqualified with Isolation. Especially since it's less luck based, and it's like you know if you're gonna be able to play Isolation. This you may keep it in your hand since you don't know if you're ever gonna be able to play it. So then you have sound the alarm. Reroll any number of an opponent's dice showing damage. I'm running 2 of these. It's just a good card, 0 cost, makes more money. That way I have more money to play vehicles. Just good. Alright, I have testing procedure. It's 0 cost. I'm running 2 testing procedures, 0 cost. Activate up to 2 of your supports. Then if any of those support dice just roll damage, gain 1 resource. So it's like, okay, say I'm activating Vader's Fist with, I don't know, a TIE Fighter. If my Vader's Fist rolls its pay side, I, no matter what, will have enough resources to play. And it just makes me go a little bit faster by activating 2 supports. If I'm like, even if I'm just activating like a Fang Fighter and an Arc, then I make more money, and that way I have potential to play more vehicles out that round. It's a good card. That's really it. It's just, sorry, just pinning that. That's the big part. It's just help me go faster, make a little bit of resources while going a little quicker. And it's like, it's the same reason why I played Deployment. Deployment just helps you go fast. That's because if you don't have deployment or testing procedure, you're gonna make a little bit less resources. You're gonna go way slower. All right. So I'm now gonna show what the price of this deck would be. See you then. Hi guys, Predator Gaming here today, and going over the prices of the cards. And this is definitely an expensive deck. I was using Cool Stuff Inc., so I don't think some of these prices are definitely overpriced, like TIE Fighters. Alright, well, my Bitter Rivalry is 79 cents. My Battlefield Landing Dock is 39 cents. My character, Dark Advisor is 39 cents. My Elite, both cards for Elite New Gunray is $1.58. And then my Elite Watto is $12. Then I have my supports, which is where it really picked up in price. My Arc 170 Starfighter was $2. My Count Dooku Solar Sailor is 79 cents. Both my Fang Fighters, in total, my Fang Fighters are $1.58. My Hailfire Droid Tank is $16. My Planetary Bombardment's $8. My 2 TIE Fighters in total are $32. My Vader's Fist is $45. And my XS Stock Light Fighter is $1.49. My 2 Bamboozles in total were 78 cents. My 2 Battle Fatigues in total were 78 cents. My 2 Deployments in total were 50 cents. My Flanks from the starter set in total were 50 cents. My Hidden Motive was $12. I think that's nearly the price of the Rivals Draft Pack to get that Hidden Motive. And then with Hate Flow in total was 78 cents. Logistics from the starter set was 50 cents in total. In total, my Nature's Charm was 25 cents. My not No Go to Me Dead. What's that? So my No Good to Me Dead is 39 cents. My Overqualified is 25 cents. My Sound the Alarm in total was $6. And, well, my Sound the Alarm, I had 2 of them. And my 2 testing procedures in total were 78 cents. And the total for all of this was $144.88. So, pretty expensive deck. I'm going to be testing out of my locals. I will definitely be posting pictures of whatever I'm going to be playing against. So, I'll post that up on my YouTube channel, Prepared for Gaming. Remember to subscribe. And you can check out this deck at my account, deck list, which I will post in the description. See you guys in the next episode. Bye.